This is Tom Salemi from OIS TV. I'm here with Dr. Elizabeth Yu from Virginia Eye Consultants. She led a great panel on our spotlight on the premium channel.
Yep.
Can you give, for our people who unfortunately couldn't make it to the event, can you give us an overview of the topics you covered? You had a lot of great companies presenting as part of that segment, but what were the overview of the session?
So in preparing for the session, I realized, I was enlightened because just to kind of set the stage, in terms of market penetrance of all the IOLs that are being implanted today, right now toric IOLs, even though we have 50 to 70% of our patients who have enough corneal astigmatism to warrant getting a toric lens implant, it's only about 6 to 8% of the lenses that are being implanted, and it's even worse for presbyopia correcting lenses, less than 5%.
Wow.
So that's maybe 12%, and we are actually, domestically, the U.S. in its entirety are market leaders for advanced technology products when you compare us to worldwide penetration. So setting that stage, what are those barriers? Why is it that the adoption is not any higher? It was really great to hear the different companies present their points of view and what is in the pipeline in the R&D for Alcon, Abbott, for Bausch, and to see that partnership that they're going to have with IBM, as well as to hear about new technologies that are on the forefront. How are corneal inlays going to do? And Nick Tarantino did a great job there. So ultimately, what is the takeaway from that? Well, we're realizing, laser-assisted cataract surgery, that is actually making quite a wave. And at this point, about 1 in 10 cataract procedures are being performed with laser assistance. So that's great news. So there is belief in that technology. But when you actually survey the ASCRS, so 2,000 plus respondents from last year's survey, there are a few different barriers to entry. One of them being, from a clinical perspective, on a granular level, 50% of the respondents do not perform any kind of arcuate or limbal relaxing incisions. And that's tough because that is a basic fundamental tool that we need in order to become a refractively minded cataract surgeon so that we can help fix that uncorrected vision and then also fix our less than happy, postoperative residual mixed astigmatism. So 50% of our surgeons are not doing LRIs, and there's really no hope for the more costly technology. So thus, it's going to be a combination of things. Essentially, we need to be able to find a way, and this burden is on industry, to come up with better pathways for implementation and better technology in certain arenas. But from the perspective for surgeons and clinicians, we need to have better education and continue focusing on addressing those gaps and those deficiencies in order to improve surgeon confidence.
That's great, and all of these videos and the presentations will be available on OIS.net. What were any of the presentations surprise you with either progress being made in a product area or approaches being taken by some of the corporates?
Sure. What I really liked that I saw today was that there's a lot of in-house research and development that's going on. So yes, of course, there is acquisitions going on with smaller companies, but there's a lot of R&D from what they have right now to improve upon that technology, be it the IOL platform, be it the type of lens implant, and different ways of addressing presbyopia, which is really, quite frankly, the holy grail in ophthalmology. Yeah,
terrific. So. And final takeaways for you walking away, you're optimistic obviously going forward.
I am, and one takeaway point of why I'm so optimistic, the survey actually showed that asking the respondents, what do you feel that your chance of adopting laser-assisted cataract surgery in 10 years from now, it's a 94% yes.
Wow.
So that means that there is belief that there are advanced technology options that are available today that more and more surgeons are hoping to utilize. And I hope that comes to fruition.
Excellent. Well, thanks for leading that session today and for joining us on OIS TV.
Thanks for having me.